Hello everybody and a very happy new year. So this year we start with an interview with the Indonesian Chadde affair. Hello sir.
Hello, Natasha. Nice to meet you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you sir. So we welcome you for a session with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's always a pleasure. So why don't you tell us about the 3 must do things in Indonesia?
Well, actually, there are thousands of things that you can do in Indonesia, but let's just mention 3 of them. One is for sure island hopping, because Indonesia has more than 17,000 islands. We have different cultures, different languages, different good food, different everything. So it will be amiss if you come to Indonesia and only visit one place. So do the island hopping. Number 2 is coffee cupping. If my memory serves me right, Indonesia is number 4 biggest coffee exporter in the world. We have hundreds and hundreds of types of good coffee. I am sure you have tried several.
Yes, absolutely.
And each of our islands has their own different coffee beans with different roasting technique and very distinctive taste. So that's the number 2 thing that you have to enjoy in Indonesia. And number 3, let me mention, if you love the water sport, you should do diving in Indonesia, because we have one of the best diving sites in the world. So those are the 3 things out of the many things that you can do in Indonesia.
Nice. So when we talk about visiting a country, the first thing which comes in our mind is the gastronomy of the country. So why don't you tell us about the gastronomy of Indonesia?
Well, again, as I mentioned before, we are separated by thousands of islands. So of course we have many culinary stocks that we have. But if I can mention several, there is some food that has been able to attract international acclaim. To mention number 1 is rendang. It has been voted by the CNN Travel for several times as the number 1 most delicious food in the world.
Wow.
So it is basically made of slowly processed meat with lots of coconut milk and herbs and spices. Of course, that sounds very close to India, if I may say so.
Absolutely.
But of course, because of the distinct taste of rendang, it has been voted by the CNN Travel as the most delicious food in the world. Several others have also quite known in many places, like satay. I believe that the word actually originated from Indian word. It's skewered meat. So mainly it is made of chicken with the peanut sauce. But of course there are some other sauces from several other places in Indonesia, because there are also variation of this satay or skewer. The next one that I can mention is gado-gado. So this should be closer to you Indians too, because it's purely for vegetarians. It's made of vegetables. Some are cooked or boiled, but some are raw, with very nice, very good peanut sauce. That's of course the vegetarian version. And then you can find gado-gado almost all over Indonesia, with several modifications too. Depends on what type of spice is most used in that particular place of Indonesia. The other thing that I can mention is nasi goreng, the fried rice, literally fried rice. But of course, we can trace the source, could be from India or from China, because I think both countries have almost similar food, but of course with local touch. Provinces in Indonesia also have their own versions of the fried rice. The last that I should mention to you is our noodles. For your information, one of the brand of our noodles, Indomie, has been voted in the USA as number 1 best taste instant ramen in the world.
Wow.
Indomie is number 1. They voted for 10 best taste instant ramen. Indomie is number 1, and I think they also have the second type of that as number 5 or 6. So 2 Indonesian products in the top 10 best.
I think I'm very
taste.
hungry listening to the list you shared with us.
You should try one. You should try it.
They sound like really delicious.
It is delicious, I can assure you.
And so when we travel to the country, I mean, especially the group of girls, when they travel to any country, shopping is very important.
Of course.
So what would you want to tell us about shopping? The shopping list when a person is traveling must pick up stuff from the country.
Yes, but I beg to differ. When it comes to shopping, it's also for men.
Okay.
Men likes to shop too. Yes, in Indonesia, of course, you can find lots of places to shop. If you are looking for souvenirs, of course, one of the first thing that comes into mind is the batik fabric, either in the form of shirts, dress, or just plain fabric.
Right.
That you can, make good dresses after that, according to your own taste and style. Every big city in Indonesia has these good batik shops, and whenever you come to Indonesia, you should go for that places. And we also have many stores for accessories, be it made of gold, made of silver, bronze, and many other things that are made of, and each with local touch. So the silver handicraft that you find in Java Island will be very much different from those you find in other islands. Also, we have gems in certain places in Indonesia, especially in the island of Kalimantan. They have they even have diamonds from that area. But of course, it will be, again, with local touch. And other things that you can find, of course, besides you can find dried foods that you can buy and enjoy later whenever you come back to your country. You can also shop for traditional fabrics that are worn by mainly Indonesian women. Every province have their type of fabric, especially woven, and the price range could be from just a couple of $20-30 up to thousands of dollars, depending on the difficulties and the complexities of the design. That's just a small samples of what you can shop in Indonesia.
Right. So I will just ask you my last question now. So which is your favorite must-do thing or must-visit place in Indonesia?
Of course, the first thing that comes to mind, always Bali. It's one of the most, probably the most famous place in Indonesia. But there are many other beautiful places. You have mentioned before, places in Eastern Indonesia, but and it's all on my bucket list. But if I have to choose now, I will pick Raja Ampat on the island of Papua, in the easternmost part of Indonesia. Very beautiful beaches, very beautiful islands, and very good places for you to dive. If you love diving, then it is a must place to go.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
You're most welcome, Natasha.
Thank you, everybody. So I think we had an excellent session being here and talking about Indonesia. So whenever the borders open up, do plan your trip to Indonesia. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.